Nicole and Denise said you wanted to see me because you had something important to tell me regarding the release of True Colors. Yeah, about that. Remember when I told you that True Colors would premiere on May 1st? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. We're delaying it due to a scheduling shift. Are you kidding me, Michael? We settled on this premiere date months ago, and now you're telling me it's being delayed because of a last-minute scheduling shift? What scheduling shift was so important that you needed to delay True Colors at the last minute? That's a closely guarded secret. I tried to get Gary to tell me what the real reason behind the delay was, but he wouldn't budge. Look, I know you're mad, but we are not delaying this episode because we want to censor it. You and your crew's original vision for this episode will remain intact. If that's supposed to make me feel better about the network's complete incompetence in regards to the release of this episode, then honestly it doesn't. I am so furious I can't even see straight. Everything is going to be fine. We've covered all our bases. The episode is not going to leak, which would result in spoilers being posted all over the internet, which would piss off the fan base. But that's not going to happen. Don't worry. Be happy, Matt. We're the Walt Disney Company. We've got this. Throughout the course of television history, there have been countless examples of a show getting screwed over by the network that airs it, but I don't think a show has ever been screwed over quite as bad as the Disney Channel animated series Amphibia, or to be more specific, the Season 2 finale, True Colors. True Colors was originally slated to premiere on May 1st. The entire plot of Season 2 centered around Anne and the Planters embarking on a journey to recharge the Calamity Box so that Anne could go back to Earth. Not only had the entire season been leading up to this finale, but the entire show up until this point had been leading up to this finale, so to say that True Colors was kind of a big deal would be an understatement. The day before the episode was originally slated to premiere, Disney Television Animation took to Twitter to make a shocking announcement that nobody saw coming. Due to a scheduling shift, True Colors will not premiere this Saturday. Stay tuned for the new date and time. The show's creator, Matt Brawley, took to Twitter to give his thoughts about the delay. I know the last thing fans want to hear right now is that they have to wait a bit longer to see True Colors. Know that this is for the best and that we're working hard to give this episode the debut it deserves. You are the best fans ever, and I promise it will be worth the wait. The strangest thing about all of this is the fact that nobody knew why Disney Channel decided to delay the episode at the last minute. Some people speculated that it was because of a special event Disney Channel was airing during the month of May called Halfway to Halloween, but that was firmly denied. Others speculated that it was because of a Big City Greens marathon, but that was also firmly denied. The only entity that truly knew the real reason why True Colors was actually delayed was Disney Channel itself, and they refused to divulge the details behind this 11th hour pushback other than a vague scheduling shift. The fact that True Colors was delayed at the 11th hour was incredibly annoying and inconvenient, but in the grand scheme of things, it wouldn't be a big deal as long as the episode didn't leak, but that isn't going to happen because Disney Channel has all of their bases covered, and I'm confident in believing that they contacted the appropriate parties to let them know that they made this last-minute decision and that the plan surrounding the release of True Colors had changed. Don't you worry, Sunshine. Everything is going to be just fine.
What could possibly go wrong?
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
The worst case scenario actually happened when the episode got leaked. Disney was so eager to delay True Colors at the last minute that they completely forgot to tell iTunes to not release the episode. iTunes released the episode the day after it was originally scheduled to premiere because they had been told that it would premiere on May 1st, and they hadn't been told that it wouldn't premiere on that date. The entire situation was an unmitigated disaster because fans who had been able to purchase the episode and watch it in its entirety began posting spoilers all over the internet. Even though iTunes eventually ended up removing the episode, the damage had already been done. Matt Brawley was understandably furious about this drastic turn of events. So True Colors leaked. Way to go, Disney! First you delayed the episode for insane reasons, then you couldn't even get it together and not let the content slip out. This has been the worst week of my career. I'm not even going to try and keep it professional. Matt wasn't the only one that was unhappy about the leak. Two fellow Disney TVA creators gave their 2 cents about Disney Channel's incompetent handling of this episode. Disney did Amphibia dirty. The crew deserved to celebrate their incredible work, and the fans deserved a thrilling finale. This whole situation screams of cowardice and incompetence. Wow, I am shocked about what's happening to True Colors. I feel for Matt and the whole crew who poured so much work into a season finale that is now in limbo. I am a huge fan of Amphibia, and am eagerly awaiting to see the Season 2 finale like many of you. And to be absolutely clear, Big City Greens had nothing to do with the decision to not air True Colors. For 2 whole weeks, Disney kept everyone in the dark regarding the status of True Colors, but after 2 weeks of radio silence, the wait finally came to an end when Disney announced a brand new premiere date for True Colors, which was May 22nd. The original vision for the episode in terms of its content remained intact because there were no edits made to the final product, which made Disney Channel's decision to delay the episode at the last minute even more baffling than it already was. Luckily, the episode was released in the way it was intended, without any sort of censorship. It would have been better if the episode actually premiered on its original date, but sadly we don't live in a perfect world. I know you're probably wondering what on earth could have possibly happened for Disney Channel to decide it was necessary to delay True Colors. Disney Channel is the most squeaky clean television network you could possibly imagine. It's not like one of the show's characters bit the dust or anything like that. This is the Disney Channel we're talking about.
I just need to...
Now look what you've made me do.
I have a theory about the real reason why Disney Channel delayed True Colors. I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but I have to make it abundantly clear that I do not have any behind-the-scenes insider knowledge about the inner workings of Disney Channel. This theory is purely speculation on my part, so please take everything I'm about to say with a massive grain of salt. I do not believe for a second that Disney Channel delayed this episode because they got cold feet at the last minute and wanted to censor it. If they truly had a problem with Marcy getting stabbed through the chest, or King Andreas attempting to murder Sprig by throwing him out of the window, then they wouldn't have approved it, and those scenes wouldn't have been there in the first place. What I do believe actually happened is that one of the higher-ups at the network, most likely somebody in the Standards and Practices department, freaked out and insisted that the episode had to be delayed. And that's because Marcy wasn't actually dead. What are you talking about, Zion? We literally just saw her get stabbed through the chest. That is a fatal blow. There is absolutely no way somebody could survive something like that. And in most instances, you would be absolutely right. But in this instance, you're wrong because there was a post-credits scene at the end of the episode that just so happened to be the intro for Season 3. One of the shots in the Season 3 intro is King Andreas holding Marcy captive in a water tank, which confirms that she is indeed alive. The Amphibia crew knew that Marcy wasn't actually dead, and Disney Channel executives knew that Marcy wasn't actually dead, because by the time True Colors was originally slated to premiere, Season 3 was already well into production. Do you want to guess who were the only ones that didn't know Marcy wasn't actually dead?
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
While there are a ton of older viewers like myself who watch Amphibia and absolutely love it, it still doesn't change the fact that it's a kids show that airs on a cable network that is targeted towards kids, so it's not completely inconceivable to believe that Disney Channel executives were worried that its intended target audience might get traumatized due to Marcy's supposed death, so they demanded that a content warning had to be placed at the beginning of the episode and that the Season 3 intro had to be placed at the end of the episode in order to ensure that the target audience knew that Marcy was alive. I also believe that these two things had to be included in order for True Colors to get a May 22nd premiere date. If everything I just described is not the real reason why True Colors was delayed, then I simply do not know what other reason Disney Channel could have possibly had to delay the most crucial episode in the show's entire existence so far. I could endlessly speculate about the reasons why True Colors was delayed, but that would be pointless because we will most likely never know the real reason as to why Disney Channel decided to delay this episode. With that being said, there is one part of this story that is absolutely indisputable, and that is the fact that Disney Channel completely dropped the ball in regards to how the release of True Colors was handled. It is utterly shocking to me how a network of Disney Channel stature could be so utterly incompetent. The fact that they let this episode leak because they simply couldn't be bothered to tell iTunes to not release it the day after it was originally supposed to premiere is absolutely unacceptable. I understand that Disney Channel needs to keep its target audience in mind, and I also understand that they have a certain image that they need to maintain, but there is absolutely no excuse for the blatant disrespect and incompetence that they showed throughout this entire ordeal. If they were so worried about kids being traumatized, then the decision to delay the episode should have been made at least 2 to 3 weeks before its original premiere date, not the day before. As a matter of fact, they should have alleviated their own concerns by inserting the content warning and the Season 3 intro into True Colors as soon as they settled on the premiere date. The fact that they waited until after the fact to do this is utterly astounding. To say that this was a Mickey Mouse-sized blunder of epic proportions would be the biggest understatement of 2021. This was a masterpiece of ineptitude, so spectacular that even Fox would be moved to tears. If this doesn't go down in television history as the most clear-cut example of a show getting screwed over due to incompetence and ineptitude by the network that airs it, then quite frankly, I don't know what does.